Theme song
2.0.
This one goes out to William Potter. Thanks for the suggestion, bud.
The Potter child that still lives under the stairs.
Yeah. You reckon he's got a cozy little nook in there? I reckon you could do something with the real estate under his stairs.
Yeah. Like, honestly, back when I had far fewer objects, I'd have lived under stairs.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I lived in a room that was basically that size, but just, not under stairs.
Hey.
It's just like, in Australia, man, they'll just like fucking slap, like, because they'll take old houses, that were like cottages and shit, and then they'll just go, oh yeah, this is like a fucking share house now, and here's 4 rooms. And they'll just like fucking cut half of what used to be a kitchen, in half again. And then go, that's a fucking bedroom. You can fit a bed in it.
The crazy thing is, as
Now
a
I sleep in the
child,
big room.
if you saw a room that was cut in half, obviously, and there was like a sinker there, you'd be like, I want that room.
Yeah. When we were moving from the valley into where we are now, one of the places we looked was like a proper old school halfway house. So each little room had its own fucking kitchen.
That's crazy.
So there were like 5 sinks in this fucking house. I mean, it was at the top of Highgate Hill. It would have been fun, but I also like being able to live somewhere where I don't have to worry about junkies breaking into my house.
Yeah.
Because they don't let you hang junkie parts out the front of your home as a warning to the others anymore.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I know it's confronting to the tourists. I'm saying it's not. You have to communicate that this is a place where if we catch you, I will rip you to pieces.
Yeah.
And that's like, honestly, that's like boning a chicken. The junkies are not a very durable, fucking, they lack much in the way of collagen for their functional cartilage. They just come apart.
They are
basically.
very squid-like, yeah.
Like if you belt them in the chest hard enough, they sort of come apart like the putties from fucking, just boom, just make similar noises too.
Yeah. I love the putties.
Well, you don't see many of them much these days. I suppose it's all just it's been gentrified. It's migrated out to the suburbs for suburban speed freaks. They're just out there.
That's worse.
Speed freaks are worse. Like, people on heroin aren't going to fight you because they're not moving because the heroin's in them currently.
Yeah.
People who are on heroin who currently aren't high on heroin, they can be a bit of a difficulty. People on
Because they
fucking
want that
speed,
heroin.
Yeah. People on speed, they're not a settled people. They're not like just hanging out of the house going, I've had my speed. They're about. And that's, like, because you deal with them sometimes, like fucking, the valley and shit when you're heading home at fucking 4 a.m. or whatever, and,
I don't know.
like, some wiry dude, tendies. You know how you put, like, your finger in your shirt and you pretend you got, like a gun or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, a dude did that, but, like, pretending you had a fucking knife. And, A, I still don't care. B, that's a finger in a shirt.
There's no way you can make a finger in a shirt look like a fucking knife.
Not enough. No. Not unless you're the T-1000.
Yeah.
And this cunt was not the T-1000. And honestly, like, it took me a couple of seconds to realize even what was happening. Like, I thought he was going to ask me for change or talk about, like, Jesus. Sometimes they do. You never know. And, like, so I just stood there. And then, like, he sort of just got frustrated and walked off. And it wasn't a few seconds. Like, is he fucking trying to rob me, cunt? Like, hey, I don't have anything on me. So, good job there, champ. B, that was a finger. It's a
Finger
fingy.
guns.
Fingy in shirt. I mean, honestly, if you just came at me saying you were gonna finger me if I didn't give you my wallet, that's a meaningful threat. I'd think about that for a second, because holy shit. That's a new one to me.
Yeah. Forceful fingering
give
would
me your
not
wallet
be.
or I'll finger you. What?
And,
Because, I mean, while you're going, wait, did he say finger? They might come at you.
yeah.
And again, I'd rather someone just fucking hit me than fucking finger me. I'd rather get probably stabbed, really. I mean, maybe not stabbed, at least in the torso. Sliced,
don't
I
wanna
can
be
cope with.
shivved.
I'd rather get sliced than fingered. You know, I can go get stitches. There's no stitches for a fingering. You know, you can't. That's, you know, they fingered your soul. You know, they get the hole, they get the soul. Like there's no stitches for that. Can't stitch away the molestation.
Your door. And the Indiana Jones, this motherfucker.
Authorities are warning the public to be on guard after a spate of violent fingerings.
Oh, what are we gonna do to the Colossus? Finger it?
Yeah.
Good lord.
I mean, I downloaded this but haven't got around to playing it because I wanted to jump on a fat, hairy thing I could just hang out at Kmart. Fuck me, man. Like, because you forget that there's effectively Australia's Walmart. Because I go to the Chermside Shopping Centre, which is like in the process, like Chermside's in the process of being gentrified. There's still feral kids around there, and that's how you can tell like it's not gentrified yet. Just because there's dead shit kids. And then like every now and then, you know, you go in there and it's mostly nice. Except if you go in there at certain times. I was like, oh, the fucking other people are allowed out. You know, like if you go there at 11 a.m. on like a regular day, mostly okay.
Yeah.
No one else is gonna be around. It's like you and grandmas, and that's a great crowd to have to navigate through. They're slow, but there's not many of them. You can just fucking weave through them like the Flash.
Probably moving Flash speed to
Yeah,
them.
like that's what they see. They see this black blur.
I wish I could do that. Yeah, move that fast would be cool.
Yeah. Like the thing, I mean, the Flash is kind of weird though, because like, you know, there's the relativity of the Speed Force. There's like, you know, if it's just like this, how the Speed Force works, where everything else slows down, that's cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, you are unpunchable. You are borderline unfucking. If you can just go, the world just slow-mo now.
Yeah.
You know, you're moving around bullets like fucking, you know, Quicksilver in the X-Men movies and the only good bits of the later X-Men movies. Of like, yeah, you just move around. But like, you know, there's a relativity issue because if I've slowed time down, you're still asking me to jog from one side of Brisbane to the other. And fuck that. I don't want to do that. Like, I'd be the Flash with like a little kick scooter or something, you know? Yeah. Like, yeah, I'll be over the other side of town in like 2 seconds. But to me, it's still a 20-minute walk, and that's just gonna make me angry. Like, if I have to do that by the time I get wherever I'm going, I'm fucking hitting something.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I want the ability to just go that fast.
But that's the thing is, because like he has both.
Yeah.
Because like I suppose maybe I could just cut it off halfway. Like I could turn the Speed Force on my legs, but like let my brain not notice what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And then just like,
100%.
that'd be off. Which I suppose is how it works. Although I suppose like I shouldn't put too much thought into it. It is the Speed Force, which I think has universally been one of the fucking get out of jail free pieces of narrative bullshit for the DC universe for like 70 years.
Pretty much.
There is that fantastic gif of just Speed Force. I ain't got to explain shit.
They basically, they culminated it very well though. So there's other forces as well.
Yeah.
And they basically got fed up that the Speed Force and Barry and basically just using it willy-nilly.
What
as
other
fucking,
forces? I'm kind of curious. Like, because I love like the weird way they've come up with shit for the fucking, you know, Green
get this
Lantern
wrong.
ring,
I'll
where it's
bring it
like
up.
willpower is green. Okay. Horny is purple. Well, that makes sense. Anger is red. Like, because there is greed. There's avarice. There's an avarice ring, and one guy has it because he's not sharing. You know, like what else? You know, ambivalence. Like, is there an ambivalence ring? You kind of need willpower for it. You to take someone to hell in the Ghost movie. Who was that? That's gonna drive me nuts now. Who was the villain in fucking Ghost?
Yeah, there's the Still Force.
Jesus.
So connection to the Still Force allows whoever taps in to negate motion.
Still Force.
Are in the potential to
Tony
induce and
Goldwyn.
accelerate the force of entropy.
I like the idea of being able to...
There's a Strength Force.
Strength Force.
Strength Force, yep.
Oh, that's nice.
It's based around gravity and the force of motion.
Alright. Alright, so they're attaching it to, like, physics concepts.
Yes. There's a
Okay.
Sage Force.
Oh, well, now we're off.
This one
attached to
Energy
fucking-
field that enhances the minds of its conduits.
All right.
So basically, any sort of magic user gets supreme intelligence
Okay.
and bullshit like that. Then there's the negative speed force and, you know, a couple other bullshits and stuff. Yeah. They make up a language for this, or is it like an actual language?
God only knows. Maybe they just speak in Japanese.
Listen.
He's just speaking karate.
Actually, no.
Heard a rude dick lick? I don't know what that means.
No, I don't think that's Japanese. They're definitely Japanese voice actors, but they're...
You've got to pay the soul toll if you want the maiden soul. I've gotten in trouble with at least 3 girlfriends for basically in situations like this. You know, be playing a video game or watching a movie and some dude's like fucking gone to the ends of the earth to knock on God's door and demand they reanimate his girlfriend. Like, would you do that? And I'm just like, probably not. I just can't imagine caring about literally anything this much.
Also, if that's possible, what else is possible then? Like, I can
Yeah.
just go knock on the door and be like, yo, bring it back to life. Okay,
Yeah.
what else can I do? Can I fly? You know, like...
Yeah, can I have her
No
back
limits.
to life and speed force?
Yeah.
Fuck it, give me the strength force.
Give me all the forces.
Thing is, like, you know, the speed force is fundamentally fucking, it's a broken power.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you can just, again, like, no one can ever punch me. Like, it doesn't matter how strong you are, you're never gonna land a fucking hit. Like, you'd have to sneak up on me, and then you need the stealth force. And have you tried to find that? Tricky. Tricky fucking process.
I've got the snickerdoodle force. Allows me to bake the perfect snickerdoodle.
Yeah, like, why are they all human emotions for the fucking color spectrum, you know? Like, well, you know, so just from way out on the other side of the universe, someone up shows the fucking wing-dang doodle ring. Like, what's that? It's a feeling that you have to have if you're like a 4-quadrant brained space octopus from like this fucking fluid nebula way over in the other fucking corner of it. You know, it's all just like, like willpower, all right, because that's kind of everything, you know, has some kind of fucking willpower, even like a fucking limpet, you know?
Yeah. I think all the forces can be
Like,
felt by
you know,
any...
greed. No, does everything necessarily experience greed? What if you're like a weird hive mind?
Well, it's not greed, is it? It's avarice.
Yeah, but avarice is just fancy greed.
What is the difference? There has to be a difference. Look it up.
I'm willing to bet there isn't. It'll be like either the formal or, you know, because again, the English has all the words. Like it doesn't matter if you've got a nice word in your language. We have it now. Second, an Englishman hears it. That's it. That's in English. Not Anne Rice. Fuck you. Extreme greed or wealth. Yeah.
Avarice is more formal than greed. Greed
This
is
comes
a
from
less
the Latin of
formal
avarice, which is greedy.
and more general word than avarice, although it's still most often used to suggest an excessive and uncontrollable desire for food. Usage has expanded
It's
and is
like
now
the
used to
difference
just
between
unresolved wealth.
narcissism and vanity.
So
Yeah.
originally, avarice was used more for like food, if you were greedy for lots of food. And then it just grew to be everything.
Are you a fat?
Hey, I get to play now. Woo!
Yeah, it went through Old French. That makes sense. It's weird that it went through Old Latin as avarice, and then it got turned into avaritia, or avaritia, and then into Old French as avarice again. I don't think the fucking avarice ring is money greedy, though. I think he's, like, power greedy. Which I suppose you could literally, like, you know, add pile. It's like a fucking cat here on the microphone. I got it. Like, fucking poking me. Alright, now we gotta go fucking climb on John Goodman's back. It is nice seeing this run at 60, though. Like, the this is one of those situations where the PS4 update version is very nice, and it's very nice in ways that hampering. You got to go where they sync up into that fucking gap over there is where John Goodman lies.
On to the Goodman.
I would love to see this modded where it's just like, oh yeah, one's John Goodman and then another one of them's Brad Garrett. Like,
There's not a PC version, is there?
Well, no, but people, it's like how fucking cunts have managed to hack the Wii U version of fucking, the emulated Wii U version of Breath of the Wild. There's all sorts of weird shit in there.
Oh, yeah. True. 100%.
So there might be a way. I'm not saying I know there's a way. I'm saying there's possibly a way.
There's definitely ways, yeah. It's just a lot of time and effort if you know what you're doing.
Like, look, I'll start a GoFundMe of make Gabriel a billionaire. Because I'm not going to be one of those people that just sits on his wealth like a fucking bored dragon.
That's against the... Can't do those anymore.
Right.
Ever since those people did the potato salads and all the crazy ones.
I'll find some bullshit. I'll find. Well, yeah, we don't need a GoFundMe. We just need...
We'll just make a webpage like that drummer did from Nine Inch Nails. Remember the crazy one that was like... When his own album was like... I'll make a song about you. We'll go to Disneyland.
I'll do a funny little dance, and then that's the trade. That's the paying for that effectively. But really, you're just giving me a shitload of money so I can be effectively as weird as possible.
He actually went to Disneyland with him. Fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Disneyland, cunt. I could think of nothing more awkward. I mean, in that situation where like you want to fucking trip to Disneyland with them,
especially because you paid to be there.
Yeah, like. I feel like
stay on that.
I feel like I could turn that around and make it a fun afternoon, but like,
that way,
it is, yeah. Where they pinch, you gotta go where the beams of light clench into a tight anus.
Can I put my sword away?
You probably can. But like, why would you want it? It's a sword, Aaron. It's fucking not out here to mow a lawn.
I could
We're out here to do acupuncture on.
The grass
John
looks
Goodman.
nice. That's some nice grass.
No, again, like, this is, it really does look better than the fucking old version. Like, that is lovely grass. Look at it.
I'll play this on my TV later. How do I go fast?
Hey, Vay. Yeah, having a big, nice TV is lovely. High dynamic range is such a small thing that does such a, like
it's so
quite a
good.
bit. Like, when you tweak it a little bit, like, because you have to tweak it for, like, non-HDR movies. But, like, after you turn, like sometimes like on some of them, like the red will be up a little bit and you get this kind of fluorescent pink lips. If you can just go in and like turn like very specifically the high gain red like down a couple of notches and it'll usually...
First thing I do when I get a TV is literally spend like 6 hours setting it up. I have testers and shit, so I go through the minutiae of having everything perfect.
Oh, do you have testers?
Yeah, bro. You can download testers. I'll send you some links later.
Oh, the downloadable testers. Oh, I thought you meant you might have had one of the fucking...
Oh, I don't have gizmos, no.
Yeah. Because those exist.
They do, yeah.
There
But
are cunts that'll show up and like check the light output.
they're
and shit.
expensive, though.
I know.
Trust me, I've looked.
Oh, I have as well. So a doodad. Maybe I could get one on like Amazon or some shit. Because if it was that, I'd have one of the doodads. I'm not... Holy Jesus, like...
Alright.
It's pricey.
Back in there. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's like a sneaky fucking hole. Yeah, it is really good grass. I guess if you're just looking at the lawn, it fucking looks like a video.
Yeah.
Alright. Because I can see what it looks like once you're there, but I can't remember the way to get to it.
Probably down there.
And in general, the landscape in this fucking... It's great. Nope. Get your sword, like, raise it up to the light and fucking... Alright, so we gotta go around.
Hey, Silver. Way.
Oh, big boy. Like, I think if we go left and then out and around the other side.
Alright.
Like, out and around that fucking...
You know what I really just want some, like, a few devs to just tap into and just make some competition? Cowboy games and pirate games. Please, for the love of God, there is so much room for both of those things to flourish.
Yeah. Because the big You know, Rockstar talked big about like Red Dead Redemption being like a living world, and they have that in every sense but anything that you interact with. Like, it's like, look, the cats catch fish sometimes. It's like, yeah, the mission structure they have is from 1999. That's not fun.
Nope.
You know, you barely talk to other people. They just walk up and sometimes they'll just say shit at you, and it's like, oh, have I got a mission? What's that? Oh, there's a giant question mark on your fucking map. That means there's one of the fucking... And they, you know, they still do this. It's like other companies have worked out how to, like, you know, thread mission development through, like, you know, locations and to validate the interesting worlds they build. And then there's just this.
Yeah, exactly. They go to the point of making such little immersion qualities, but then break that immersion by just going, "Ba-da, 1991.
The frustrating thing is like, you know, you're a fucking cowboy. You could easily have like, you know, like Witcher has access to like cheats almost, because you can basically, you know, Witcher's job is a video game.
Yeah.
It's like, what do? You go to a town, you talk to either people, or you pick up pieces of paper and they say, kill this monster for a reward. That's a video game. That's already, you know, so there's already in-universe validation for like half of that shit. But like, you can do that with cowboys, except you just replace the monsters with like, you know, Native Americans and shit like that. And basically that's, you know, I mean, if you wanted to get realistic about it, I mean, you could argue that Outlaws like, you know, the gang or whatever the fuck, you know, maybe like less about just murdering fucking Indians, but I feel like some of them might have done it. Although they had like one native dude in their gang, I suppose, and they were a little like, there were a few examples of those, like where the Outlaws were like kind of like weirdly sort of progressive. Hey, look at that! There you go. Jump, maybe.
The tutorial said press stick to climb up. And so I was sitting there tapping the fucking stick.
It's stick to climb up on the vine, then it's jump to get over lumps.
Did not say that.
You can't trust it, Aaron. It's a video game. You're gonna fucking listen
Lordy.
to it. It's just, it's lying to you in many ways, this title, actually. Lots of fibs. It's like, if you got this big fucking space, you have to, you know, you have to validate it. Especially if it's like a sandpit. If I can do most of the sandpit shit in one corner of it, why am I going over the other, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you make one corner of the sandpit the same as any other fucking, you know, point of it, then I'm not going over to that side. You need like a hub character like the Red fucking Baron or something like that, and then you need to get that to spill out into lots of smaller submissions, some of which can be completely self-contained, some of which can affect the main plot. Like, don't just have every mission be fucking Mustache has an idea to steal some shit. We go, it fucks up a little bit. He says, baby, I love you, and you stay with him, and then repeat that process over and over again. Oh my god. Character actor John Goodman. It was only when we put the giant stone bracelets on him that the Coen brothers were able to harness his awesome power for raising Arizona.
Oh.
I mean, real talk, that looks a bit like me. No, you're not allowed to bring the horse up here.
That's bullshit.
Your whistling just got his attention.
He'll be alright.
I mean, I don't carry the boomy knocker around anymore, though.
Woo! He's
Hey, oh, careful. It's got seismic waves. Yeah, no, I think we've revealed the Colossus mysterious voices. Don't think we need the fucking sword to tell us where we're going.
in the bum.
Ow! Get off, get off. Fucking little thing. I mean, you got a big hand right there, buddy. Like... Stab! I mean, legit, getting stabbed in the Achilles would fucking suck. I don't care if it is like a funny little mouse boy with like a sword.
On to the bum cheeks. There's my arrow.
Yeah. Alright, let's not get too distracted by the arrow in the bum hair. That's good.
Oh,
don't
he's
get me
trying
wrong.
to shake me off. Look, sir.
This is what Taylor Swift was singing about. Saying, you're not allowed to just stab anywhere. Like, it'll hurt, but like...
Stab you in the bum cheek.
You know,
Oh,
was very literally singing about tiny little, and trying to kill her at the behest of mysterious
Is the circle a
spirit
stamina meter for me?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Stab your bum. Sir.
Get the glowy spot. Oh. Not doing anything anymore.
Yeah, there it goes. I think you gotta get
Shit.
over onto one of his, like, rocks or some shit. Like,
On the side?
yeah, like his wrists. No.
What happens when you run out of stamina? You just fall?
Yeah. You can't hold on to John Goodman's bum hair indefinitely, Aaron. That's
I gotta plot out my road.
as you know.
That's those to those. I feel like there's a platform I can get up to.
Yeah, there is, but it's at the small of his back. You gotta, and like the thing is, the bum hair doesn't let you get sort of around it.
Ah.
It's like,
Oi.
oi.
I'm not there.
I think maybe if you, where is it? Yeah, like I think you gotta get onto one of the wrists. Cause
How do I get on?
get up.
Yeah.
No, wait, get up onto the. Okay, yeah, now. There you
Oh,
go.
now I can get up there.
Oh. Okay, now you may want to take a moment.
I got it.
Just. Oh.
Wow.
Well, I did tell them not to build an opera balcony on John Goodman's back.
No one ever listens.
No one ever listens to me, no. I mean, alright. Fair enough, it was my idea to put them there in the first place. But to be fair, he looked really funny with an opera balcony on his back. And like, my idea of sticking, like fucking, stuffing it with like parrots.
Come on.
That wore
Why do I keep falling over?
Because he's walking around. Jump on his back. You've got full stamina, so jump. Yeah, you just, like there's momentum and inertia and shit. Like you can't just stand.
Well, how do
there.
Like, I tried to counter the momentum and I just fell over.
Oh, you're not.
Where am I going?
You have to cling on.
Top of his thing?
Yeah, the brain. Have to end John Goodman's brain.
Oofed.
Sorry, Mr. Goodman.
Ugh.
I loved you in Barton Fink. I will show you the life of the mind. Ow, my mind! It's getting away.
Oh, man.
I will show you the life of the mind.
I'd like to see a Ghibli version of this.
I feel like this almost is the
It
Ghibli
is. That's what I'm
version.
saying. Like, it just looks very Ghibli-ish. So I'm saying I'd like to see an anime, like, movie.
All right.
I really want to play Ni no Kuni.
I
Christ,
played
it's-
a bit of the first one.
There's two of them now.
Yeah. I played a bit of the second one, and then I stopped because I was like, the second one starts anime weird. And I just wasn't in the mood.
Fair.
Like, it's, I'm an adult. I was a weeb when I was like 13,
Yeah.
Back in between 1994 and 2000, like, that was a great time to be a weeb. Now, like, because literally, you're the president of the United States. That's not a fucking joke. Nuclear bombs go off and they blast you into the Ni no Kuni dimension or some shit. Like, it is
Whoa.
fucking stupid. Just the president. Like, I thought something... we gotta change... No, you're just the fucking president. It's the most deranged... And I don't have energy for that. Like, the first one, at least, it's like, it's a little kid and, it's fairly fucking, bog standard idea. But it's like, fine. Like, I don't need it to be fucking, trying to reinvent the wheel. Because when you try to reinvent the wheel, you wind up fucking the president of the United States, which is just a fucking category of daft. I just have to be in the mood for it. I'm just seldom in the mood for that level of daft these days. Like everything's that wild now.
Yeah. John Goodman's statue is no more.
Well, on to Brad Garrett.
So, I'm trying to resurrect her by killing the things, right?
Yeah. Is that even his girlfriend or is it his little sister or some shit? This is like the White Stripes all over again.
I had a 7 Nation army.
I still don't. Because I dated a girl who was a big fan of the White Stripes, and I swear to Christ, she tried to hammer in precisely what their relationship was into my head, and it just deflects. I still can never remember. I think they were married, not related.
Well,
but holy fuck, like they really look related. You know, like
yeah.
I've heard that you look like each other after a while, but that's fucking ridiculous. You know, I didn't know that could circle all the way back around to incest.
That way, eh? Hello, Aussie. I call you
Big cunt.
Oh, no.
When you, look at the size of the kid compared to that horse. That thing's a fucking Clydesdale.
It is a big horse, yeah.
Those are big fucking things. There are some... You're not allowed to just ride the horse off a cliff, Aaron.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
How do I get down?
Oh, out the back.
Oh, is that back way?
So.
I just jumped off last time.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Jamie Dunn. Well, his name's Aggro. So, only fitting.
Fair enough, yeah.
Ram Jamie Dunn into a pole. Sorry, Jamie.
His face can't take much more of that.
Let's go, JD. Oh, shit. What's happening? Cutscene.
Huh?
Oh, I tried to touch it before.
And it zapped me.
And it did nothing. Told me to stop peeing on it. That would be the worst, wouldn't it? Living in these times and like you go pee on a rock and it's like an ancient effigy. Hey! Do I need to heal? My health.
You're fine. I think it restores itself and shit.
Oh. Onward!
Let's go, big cunt.
Hard that away.
All right. I feel like the future there will be swords with like GPS chips in them and shit. Like, if there aren't already.
Big yes.
You gotta go across the bridge. I'm trying to remember now, because I have fucking played this to completion. Apparently this is one of the all-time fucking ball sacks to try to speedrun. Because there's basically this situation kind of at the last boss where it's RNG. And if you get happy RNG, you save like 15 minutes because you can just piss bolt straight for the boss and climb him and stab him in the dick.
Right.
But like if you don't, you get struck by lightning, knocked off, and you have to go the really slow way. And it just basically, and that's the last boss. So it just ruins everything you've spent the last like fucking hour or whatever the fuck doing.
Is this a PS2 game?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yep.
Like you forget, like, because this would have been misty as shit.
Oh yeah, no, like, again, you can do a lot with PC Access 2 and this because people have like, added things like widescreen hacks and stuff. And there's, because it's a popular game, it's undergone some, fairly good tender loving care. But like, yeah, it's a PS2 game. I mean, you can upscale a PS2 game like fucking 1080 or whatever the shit. Still
a PS2, yeah.
Like the lighting and textures are huge up.
Does it go down there?
I think so, yeah. Like, bring out your sword.
Did.
Not that way. Down here. Alright. Let's fucking kill. It's not the center.
Force control's a little odd.
Snake. Because the company that makes these games takes like 20 years to get a game done. But they do it in a very clever way of not constantly promoting the shit. Because like the first one was Ico, and that's a good game.
It's the one where you lead that girl, isn't it?
Yeah, you're dragging a sleepy girl around the world, and it's kind of like a puzzle platform, but it's good. It's a fun little game, and it's got a mysterious connection to this maybe. And then there's this. And there's the one I haven't played yet, where you've got like a giant moon chihuahua that you gotta like fucking tell what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, like no, like
Sounds
this
cool.
shit. And that's been like that was in development for fucking ages, and you just forget, like and that's that's clever because we don't get annoyed with your fucking company or your your development time being measured in the epochs when you're not promoting the fucking thing constantly.
Yeah.
We're not having sorry, we're not fucking. They just shut up and vanish behind you to your right. Yeah, circle all the way around now. There we go. Yeah, there's like a door over there that kind of see a bit. You know, they just vanish. You don't hear about them for fucking, you know, a decade. And then zip the game's out. I gotta look it up what the name of the game is now. I have it there. I said I was gonna replay this before I played it. Like, I want to get on whatever the fucking, you know, weird connection was, you know. No, I don't fucking... I'm looking up Ico the game, not initial coin offering. Fucking goddamn. Stupid Bitcoin cunts. Ico...
Oh, he's a shaggy lad.
Oh, that's Brad Garrett for you.
Oh, he sees me.
Last Guardian, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I know that one. Get on the horse. Now run, Muntwad.
That's right. The thing, because the thing's called Trico. Ico. The 3 games: Ico 2001, Shadow of the Colossus 2005, Last Guardian 2016.
How do I get on this one?
Team Ico began developing it in 2007. Gotta crack my back while you fight Brad Garrett.
Oh, he's doing his own.
He's crying for Raymond.
Can I shoot him in the hoof?
Let's see why not.
Horse, steady on. I need to do some flinging by myself.
Wink. Because that's like, I mean, it's a well-designed game in a lot of ways. Like, just, you know, what is it? Nothing but bosses. But the bosses are also puzzles. It's like, owie! Ow! You rude bugger!
No.
No. Mount Brad Garrett, damn it. Oh. Raymond.
Fucking hell.
Can't believe they managed to shave down Brad Garrett's horns long enough for him to stop. Yeah, it's look. Get used to jank, okay? Because it's gonna happen. You're gonna have just a bad time with this. Try to get over onto his, like, Brad Garrett's shoulder bump. Because, yeah, you can have a breather. Careful, though. Whoop, whoopity, whoop, whoop. Oh,
Brad.
yeah. If you
This
could,
isn't
like,
in my contract.
if you could hold on to Brad Garrett for 8 seconds, you become the king of Nashville.
I think I'm gonna make this.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. Not easy. I mean, sometimes, like, because the jank works, yeah, like you
Like
can,
that.
yeah, the jank works for and against. So sometimes you get shook and it bumbles you right up to where you've got to go. Like, the game has that kind of Dark Souls quality where it's a bucket of cunts, but sometimes that also fucks the bosses. Like, I didn't meet the fucking Iron Golem the first time I played that game because he appeared and fell off the edge and vanished. Huh. Well, you gotta fucking get the cunt. His eyes? Just get him the brain. Everything has a brain that hurts. Even Brad Garrett. I mean, granted...
Because I didn't have the sword out. I missed it. Yeah, Brad.
Brad! Get one of the fucking Raymond producers
Stop.
to distract him with a salt lick for 5 seconds. Like, yeah, because that's... They bait you with that fucking charge the sword thing. And that was very clever, because everyone wants the big hit. No one wants just lots of little pokes. It's no fun poking Brad Garrett. Just get angry and kick you with his mighty hooves. Never had to wear shoes. Although it's, you know, it's a common mistake to refer to those things Brad Garrett walks around on as feet. They're actually a modified toe. Forget how much health he's got though.
Got a lot of health.
There's your stab in his brain.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud.
Oh. I haven't had much other work. Although I suppose, man, like, you know,
Payment royalties.
yeah. You know, like fucking the friends people make like millions a year. And like, I don't know if Everybody Loves Ray Hole was like that big, but it was like the biggest sitcom in America while it was on. So
pretty big.
like, you know, it has to be, you know, making a tidy sum. And like, you could just have fucking hobbies, you know? Like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
All good. Should be able to stab it while standing up.
And like, imagine if one of them got like fucking that residual money and then just, I don't know, fucking got really good at Destiny or something. Like, imagine if you were playing and then, you know, Brad Garrett with 12,000 hours of Destiny 2 just storms in and is like, I don't need to work. I have all the things.
Brad Garrett, if you're listening, hit me up. I'll play some D2 with you. I think he'd be amazing. I just love his voice. Oh, his spot's not glowy anymore.
He does sound like a suicidal saxophone.
You have another glowing spot?
Possibly. I know that does happen, but like, I don't know. Maybe now it's time, you know, finally to stab Brad Garrett in the ass. Oh, yeah.
Ass stabbing.
Ass stabbing. Brad Garrett's special area. Wow, it's sad that stabbing Brad Garrett's monumental ass hurts him way more than poking a sword into his brain. But I think that gives us a lot of information for, you know, future Brad Garrett studiers to work on. Owie. All right. Boom.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It was doing nothing.
Yeah, no, none of these things are doing anything. These things are minding their own business. And then some kid comes up and fucking kills them.
Darkness.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't look healthy, starters. Like,
Yeah.
that, you know, I feel like that's a plain packaging warning.
How long is this game?
It depends. Like, I think there's like 12 of them. Something, give or take. Like, there's sort of puzzles, in terms of like locating some of them. Like, sometimes it's like, all right, you know, it's kind of tricky. You got a sword's telling you one way, but you gotta like fucking circle your way around this whole big fucking thing.
Right.
And then like, you know, some of them, you know, they're not all as memorable as each other. There are some good ones, but there are also some ones that sort of blur together. Like, there's a giant horse in a swamp at some point.
Oh.
Kinda like,
Is there any flying ones?
yeah.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
like this flying centipede thing. That's actually pretty cool. That is a good one. You know, I say that, but now I bet every time we get to one, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. This one is cool. Just like, I think our next one is John Lithgow.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Next enemy is on the third rock from the sun.
Man, I loved that show. That's the crazy thing. I remember loving it on TV, but I was so young that I can't really remember it.
Mm.
And I'm sure if I watch it now, I'll just be like, my humor is different, obviously, now. So was I laughing because I thought it was funny, or just laughing because I knew it was comedy? Like,
I feel like it has qualities. Like, I feel like, you know, like, because I have seen it pop up occasionally. Oh, that's fucking like, because yeah, like, Third Rock from the Sun was where Joseph Gordon-Levitt came from, which is crazy. Hey, give me a horse face. Because like, I was fucking visiting mom because I could finally fucking, you know, maybe risk getting up there without fucking killing her.
yeah.
And oh, what is it? Fucking yeah. So like, journeys to mums are always fucking interesting because like, you know, my TV's not hooked up to the TV signal. I just don't bother.
Yeah.
I
We're the same.
Yeah, I don't want to be polluted by advertising material. I have numerous programs across several devices to prevent me from ever having to experience that crap. And so you go to your parents' house, and for starters, the sound of the landline phone just freaks me out because I have forgotten what that sounds like. And secondly, check where the sword is pointing precisely, because as they get farther away, like, 'cause I think there's one in the water. Yeah, like it's down over there. I don't know if jumping off would be a good idea. I don't think it is.
Oh, I'm not jumping off.
So you got the fucking landline phone, which is just weird. Like, who even plugs that in anymore? And then there's like network television. And that's nuts. Like, hey, it's still going. It's just fucking wild. And then you look at it, you watch it, and you're like, oh, wow, like, so little has changed functionally. Like, the ads, like, there's an Australian Ninja Warrior, right?
Yeah.
But the ads for it are like, just the same in tone as every ad for everything on Australian television.
It's fucking awful, yeah.
Like, it's just the same fucking thing over and over again.
So yeah, there's a big problem with that, with the fucking Australian laugh out loud. They fucking bastardized and copied the Japanese show.
Yeah.
And by Rebel Wilson, they run it on Twitch. It's like one of the only ads you see on Australian Twitch. And it's the same 30 seconds looped over, and it's just fucking kill me,
Is the show
please.
at all watchable?
I don't know. I've lost my appetite to watch it because of the...
I'm gonna give it a try. Because
you give it a try.
Anybody funny in Australia is allowed to escape Australia.
Yeah.
So only the things left behind are usually tragic and depressing.
It's just that I've seen that 30 seconds so often. I hate it.
You fucking insane.
I fucking hate it.
Fundamentally, because they have a Brazilian version of it as well.
Yeah.
And like fundamentally, I think that's one of those show ideas that I think can translate reasonably well to anything. Like,
I agree, as long as they let them be as lenient as the Japanese one.
Yeah, the bumhole showing game.
Like getting your dick stuck in a vacuum. Like, I need that sort of TV. That's raw.
There are some bits, yeah, like don't fucking, don't starve me. Oh, I think this is the swamp horse. But like, network television is just fucking deranged. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. If they had what they had today around 20 years ago, like if they had digital fucking network TV back in like 2000, that would have been fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have had to have watched Passions. Because like, network television now is basically like kind of, almost shitty cable. Like, there's lots more channels and they'll just chuck shit on. And holy shit, it's just trying to find rhyme or reason to like why any of it's happening is impossible. Because like Channel 9 will show like one of the fucking Mission Impossible movies, and it's like, oh yeah, there's a Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which I watched the last half of because I'd never seen it before. And I was like, you know what? I wonder what fucking these movies are about. And I watched that, and then I watched fucking Rogue Nation and then Fallout almost in a row. And that's a bizarre experience, but that's fucking story for another time, basically. And after that was Malcolm in the Middle.
No. Ooh.
Yeah, that's unpleasant.
Don't like
I don't like that. It makes me frightened.
I don't know, that really triggered my anxiety.
No, I don't like that. They had Malcolm in the Middle on. And it's like, it's nice.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good show. It's fucking funny. It was a good episode, too. Malcolm in the Middle was one of those shows that I think I actually kind of picked up a bit as it got further through. Because as the kids got older, they could kind of like do a little bit more with them.
Yeah.
So there's Malcolm in the Middle, and then just Miami Vice comes on. And it's like,
It's a dice roll.
who are you programming for?
No one.
Yeah, like that's the fucking answer. Is after a certain point, they don't fucking care. And then after Miami Vice was like this weird, you remember those shows that were like the internet, but they were on TV and someone, like a British person would describe them to you in a very laddish way? It was one of those. I think you can make that jump onto the thing that's close to you there.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon you can. Like that little lip that you can clearly see that looks like something someone could... Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Look at that.
Wasn't 100% sure.
See daisies. So this is like... It's fucking insane watching it. You're like... There's just no rules, apparently. You can just do whatever. Yep. Here comes John Lithgow. He was in the last watchable season of Dexter, which is...
Do they explain what these things are?
Yes, I mean, like...
Did it do it at the start? Did we miss it?
No.
All right, good.
Like, you know, explain in quotes because it's, you know, a game that's built around sort of a degree of mystery.
Right, gotcha.
But you sort of get an idea.
Hello. A big sword.
I mean, last watchable season of fucking Dexter. That's, considering where that show went, that's pretty impressive.
I haven't seen any of that show.
The first episode is amazing. The first season is legitimately good. It spirals out of control fairly quickly, though. Because they just don't know... I mean, they were kind of cowards in terms of, like, how to construct the show, just in general. And it went probably, like, 3 seasons too long. And last but not least, Scott Buck is an incompetent boob who should be nowhere near creative industry ever again. Ever. Scott Buck is the
Fucker.
absolute gutter boob behind the staggering and fairly isolated failure that was Marvel's Inhumans. Remember that show that you don't remember because nobody watched it, because why would you?
Yeah, I never saw it.
Yeah, no, neither did I. I'm just letting them take a fucking mulligan on it. If they just said, oh yeah, we're just doing a movie and this doesn't exist, I'd be like, yeah, fine. You get, you know, it's like bonus lives. You can strike something from the canon if you produce enough otherwise good work. You do that, then you can go, all right, we're just going to redo this, you know? Ron Lithgow's sensitive belly.
Come on, put your sword down.
Hwungus! That guy reminds me of that rad Hot Wheels toy called Gargantua. Did you ever get a Gargantua as a kid? That's a shame.
Fuck you.
Oh, hey! Whoa! Hey!
Can't stop the A-Rod. Oh!
Oh.
You, sir, are a tricky bugger.
Run.
I'm trying.
Whoopsie daisies. There's a lot of whoopsies and daisies in this one. Oh, look at that. All right. Now, what the fuck do we do? Maybe, I think this is where you gotta jump off onto his
that
waist.
side, yeah. No. Yeah, I get that. When he stops moving again, I gotta jump.
Wait. Him in his dick.
Okay.
I know John Lithgow.
Oh, you for
He'll hate
fucking...
getting hit in the penis.
Oh, more stamina.
I mean, there's no... There's no, like, you know...
All damage?
I think there is, but, like, it's... You know, this is one of those games where, like...
Shit.
You know, there's, like, 12 fucking characters. Like, you're gonna fall off a lot. You're gonna fucking not get them in one fucking go, just because... You know, otherwise there's not an awful lot of the fucking game.
100%. Apparently, Doom Patrol's pretty good. I haven't watched it yet.
DC TV is a fairly different beast. I mean, I've completely tapped out of, like, Arrow and Flash and shit, but, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so have I. But, like, new stuff I'm interested in.
Yeah, someone said, like, Doom Patrol was good. It's just it all fucking connects, and I've got that completionist scream in my head.
And Brendan Fraser's in it.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, that's nice. I mean, you know, if I was gonna pick up anything, it'd be Doom Patrol and maybe, Legends of Tomorrow. Like, no. Arrow got flushed down the toilet.
Did you watch Space Force yet?
No. I watched Space Force. I haven't, like, it's a problem. Because I got, like, a list of fucking yard long. But it's just...
Brother.
You know... Watching new shit's an active thing, whereas like if I'm sitting down in front of the TV and I just go, I want to just not do anything, that includes my brain doing anything. So I'll just wind up watching shit like I've already watched.
Yeah.
You know, like, and not even good shit either, like fucking episodes of Family Guy or something. I'll actively say that that's a bad show. And, oh, holy shit, like, American Dad, like the last 2 seasons have been unwatchably bad.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Like, fucking terrible.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Like, and it's weird because when it first came out, it was so much stronger than fucking Family Guy. Like, because its core concepts had more weird shit built into it, so it could, you know, actually remember to focus on characters occasionally.
I don't know how to jump across. I don't think you can jump from the fur.
No, you might be right. Well, it says something about destroying the armor, but I don't know fucking really how that goes.
You reckon I can just shoot the armor?
I don't think arrow's gonna do much. I think maybe if you whack at it with your sword while you're up there, like maybe stab the fur while you're up there, and you might try to whack the ground or something, or
Yeah, true.
you know, something along those lines.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you have to take the sword out to see the glowy bits. They might have glowy bits.
Oh yeah. And I mean, it's hard. It's almost an impressive feat to make something like American Dad fucking unwatchable. You know, like
Yeah.
there's not a lot to that fucking show, but oh lord. I mean, there's been, you know, it's not like they're fucking heavily well-organized, character-driven fucking, you know, shows, but like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay.
I reckon I just have to.
Maybe just stab here, like. 'Cause, I mean, y'all are hurting him. Like, you know, it mightn't be his weak spot, but get stabbed in the arm still annoying. Maybe just jump off from there.
Oh, come on, game.
Oh, he's falling down.
Oh, is he?
Oh, nope. No, I'm just imagining things, Aaron. I'm playing my own fanciful game of, you know, touched by
Because I reckon I have to get above that
Eddie
bracelet.
Wacky's ball feet. I honestly don't know how John Lithgow gets about on those. You need toes. Like,
And Lithgow does it as he pleases.
I mean, he can choose his roles these days. No.
Shoot him in the ween.
Ow! Like, I mean, honestly, like, if a little mouse shot me in the peen with a fucking toothpick, I'd still be upset. Like, I'd start trying to stomp on him.
Wait, bracelet can't.
Or at least go find the cat. Like, come on. Oh, she brought a fucking mouse in last night. And there's like, when you own cats. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you just got to keep making him hit the ground.
Oh, arm's gonna kill me. Like, because when you own cats, there's certain ways they move when they've got something. They're just completely, you know, unique. You know? Like, so you gotta fucking. I was playing video games. I got my headphones on. I got a controller in my hand, and then just in the corner of my eye, in comes I've got something face cat. It's just like, what have you got? No, stop it. And then the problem is that there's only a few things it can be, and it wasn't a lizard or a bug. And it's just like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
So it's this little fucking, you know, mouse. It was alive. I'm just like, fucking get out of my way, and then it just bolts away, and then I'm chasing a mouse, which is not how this process is supposed to go. No, I see a mouse, I get the cat, and I shove it. I go, look, you fucking, that's your job, dum-dum. It's not like you go outside, find a mouse, and then bring it in for me to like fucking go poking about for. Then the thing just like panic ran at me, so that it didn't wind up getting the cat, and then, you know, I just scoop it up, threw it out into the bush. And the cat just kind of hung around in the lounge room thinking that fucking it was hiding in there somewhere. I don't know if that was the... That one he's left down there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go mad.
Yeah, I know you don't know where I am. Fine.
You want to walk through a spider's web?
And grab onto you for a
Oh,
second.
fuck, I hate that. There was like...
Oh, come on. Oof.
Fucking Ashgrove Road is like just the fucking worst. It's like each side of that fucking road. Like, 'cause it got to the point where I'd be walking home just on the street. 'Cause it was kind of late. You know, so there wasn't much foot traffic. So the spiders would just build these, and they're fucking those orb weaving cunts. They just build these thick, gooey webs across the footpath. And they just wouldn't see them. You just walk along and suddenly there's just like...
No. Come on. I should be fine.
Do it.
Yes.
It's in my hair! It's in my hair! Sorry, John Lithgow.
I'm not.
I mean, you've got a hand, man. There you go. Right, yeah, get it up there. Go on. It's covered in rocks. Yeah, it's probably not great. Probably don't want to, like, smash your rock hand into your own head. Probably solving one problem by causing another.
All buggery.
You're fine. Good. Whoop, there we go.
So good.
Must embrace the Jack.
No, John. We've talked about this.
Mr. Lithgow. Mr. Lithgow, stop.
I'm your PA.
Yeah. You asked for hair and makeup several hours ago. Oh, my brain is pissing ink.
This boss dead.
His brain's relocated. That's how we should bioengineer boxers, like, or MMA guys. Like, make it so their brain can run away after you've hit it too much. So that way, like, you can't just be like wailing on the head to try and get the KO. You got to chase the brain. Like now, it's we use left butt cheek or something.
Yeah.
Where is the fucking spot?
No.
And goddamn chasing.
There it is. On his front.
His tum tum. Chasing John Lithgow's G spot all over fucking creation. Tramp stamp is where you aim. Let Rock from the Sun was reasonably funny. Like, the sitcom formula can be grotesque. Yeah. By tournament rules, Aaron, that means John Lithgow wins. Sorry.
Oh, we're not tournament mode.
We're gonna have to let him take it, I'm afraid.
He would take it too.
He would. No, he would.
I'd love to
He
see
wouldn't
something.
settle for a side swap or
I'd
anything
love to
like
see
that.
something like that. Just John Lithgow at a tournament.
Jamie Lee Curtis plays. No?
Yeah, she goes in disguise mostly, which is fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, I love that shit.
Sir, you need to calm down. I am just ending your life.
Let's go sad.
Well, thought of that. I can't stab
There's
it.
this
He just
really
keeps
weird-
fucking trundling me.
Scene in his season of Dexter where he plays a Trinity killer, and like part of his like weird fucking murder routine is he has to get a guy out front of a bar to beat him up. There's just this weird scene of John Lithgow like half sobbing calling a guy a faggot. It's just so strange. Like the way he says faggot is really weird. And it's been stuck in my head for like fucking, nearly a decade now. Fuck, that show went downhill. God, it's amazing. It was kind of like the way Game of Thrones like shit the bed from like the opposite side of the room. Whereas it's completely unnecessary and almost fascinating. And like clearly you were like steering the fucking car into a tree. So, drive Sean's stepdad's Jag. But like, after it was over, like that was it. Like, Game of Thrones was a cultural phenomenon while it existed. And the second it was over, it was like, pfft,
It was gone.
we're not talking. No one likes fantasy anymore. No one gives a shit.
Game of Thrones ruined fantasy?
Yeah. Apparently, like fucking Amazon or whatever are doing a fucking Lord of the Rings show, but like,
Yeah, I heard that. Interesting.
I mean, the thing is, what'll happen in like 20 years, we'll be watching like a different Game of Thrones series that like is closer to the books. Because
Yeah.
they'll have to do one after and if, like, fucking, Rubble Guts Martin gets around to actually fucking finishing the books. 'Cause it's great, because, like, apparently he just finished the second last book, and he's a fat dude in his 70s. It's like, you're playing with fire, man.
Yeah.
Like, you are well... That was great. You are well and truly... You allowed out? Oh, there we go. Like, George R.R. Martin is well and truly in just drop dead out of nowhere territory. And it won't be like fucking the way Grant Imahara died of a fucking aneurysm where we're all surprised and shocked and it's a bit horrible. It'll be like, a fat guy in his 70s died. Nature's way.
Because, he's not just fat.
Cats
He's
go meow. Yeah,
very
he's not
fat.
portly.
He's
He's not like kind of old dude portly. He's a fat dude.
Terminally obese.
Yeah. Like, he probably qualifies as some form of obese. Maybe not morbidly.
He would be morbid.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, and again...
For his age, his weight, and his height, yeah
it's
100%.
fucking... And again, like, This is the second last book. He's got a whole book to write. And as someone who writes a lot of words, I can tell you, if someone said, hey, you gotta get a book finished, like, you know, and these aren't short books, these are thick cunts. Like, you know, you look at 40 fucking chapters, that's a lot of fucking words. Like, and those words have to make sense. You know, I can't just fucking Lark Voorhees this shit. Like, he's not gonna finish. He's gonna die before the final book's finished, which is
I hope so.
gonna be very funny. I mean, I at least write down what the ending's supposed to be. Don't be a cunt. Like, imagine being, because I'm not reading the books until I know one way or the other. I'm not playing this fucking
I'm just
game.
not interested.
Well, apparently they're well written. And I don't mind fantasy, provided it's like, not exactly fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I like the Witcher books, because they're kind of almost a meta sci-fi approach to fantasy.
Yeah.
And, you know, fucking, what is it? You know, the Game of Thrones are buying, like, there's more wild fantasy crap in the books, I know that. But, like, you know, they're not like fantasy.
Yeah.
It's not like Michael Moorcock or some shit. That's not to say Moorcock was a bad writer, but, like, no. I read the David Eddings books when I was a kid. That's enough. Yeah. I think I read The Hobbit when I was a kid as well.
I love The Hobbit. I used to listen to that on audio cassette. I used to hire it from the library. Huh. It was fantastic. I loved it. It had the songs, all the shit. And then I decided to listen to the audio book of The Similarian.
That's just a lecture series.
When I was young, bad idea, Gabe.
Yeah.
Very bad idea. Put me off pretty much reading the book for good.
Just put me off reading.
It's like, yeah, not good. Anyway, that's been Shadow of the Colossus. Peace out.
KeepetClassy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know.